In the news, Governor Francis Nwifuru expresses concern over decline in educational standards. Nigerian Senate suspends Senator Natasha for 6 months over dispute with Akpabio. Trump issues last warning to Hamas as U.S. confirms direct hostage talks. Welcome to the news. I am Laura Amanze. Ebonyi State Governor Chief Francis Nwifuru has expressed concern over the alarming decline in educational standards, particularly in secondary schools. Governor Nwifuru disclosed this when he embarked on a project inspection at his alma mater, Community Secondary School, Nwofe Agbaja, in Iji local government area. The reports.
The Ebonyi State Governor Chief Francis Nwifuru has expressed deep concern over the alarming decline in educational standards, particularly in secondary schools across the state. Governor Francis Nwifuru disclosed this when he embarked on a project inspection at his alma mater, Community Secondary School, Nwofe Agbaja, in Isi local government area. The governor's visit to the school was both a nostalgic return and a pivotal moment for the institution as he walked the hallways of his former school with mixed feelings. The governor, who did not shy away from addressing critical issues plaguing education in the state, noted with pangs the state of educational institutions, describing the level of its decay as unacceptable. Details of this report will come your way in our subsequent bulletins.
Meanwhile, the wife of Ebonyi State Governor Mrs. Uzamaka Nwifuru has described the death of her mother as devastating. Mrs. Nwifuru stated this when she paid a condolence visit to the family of former Commissioner for Education, Professor John Eke, over the death of his wife, late Mrs. Elizabeth Eke. Government House correspondent Pauline Wanerenwe has the details.
Late Mrs. Eke, who died some weeks ago at the age of 59, was the mother of a popular Nollywood actress, Chacha Eke Fani, from Ohuku local government area. The wife of the governor expressed the state government regret over the death and promised to rally round them in their time of grief. Mrs. Nwifuru encouraged the family not to mourn like people without hope, as she prayed God to give them the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss.
That we pray and ask God to console you, because we can only say what is in our mind and we'll give. But it's only God Almighty that will be here to console you and your family. It's a great loss, but God knows why she has to go to this hour of time, because I know Chacha used to say that her mother is a prayer warrior and her backbone. But we all are here. We cannot replace her, but we'll all keep you in our prayers. God will continue to console you and your family to bear this great loss.
The former Commissioner for Education, Professor John Eke, and his daughter, Chacha Eke Fani, expressed happiness over the condolence visit, as such would be a source of comfort for their family.
40 years of a very peaceful, stable, productive marriage. In fact, in as much as it's paining me, I'm celebrating her. For that 40 years, she was not a burden to me. You understand, we were there. We never had occasion where a third party came in. So the grace of God have been with us.
So we do not weep like we live with hope. It's a celebration of life as far as I know. She did great. It's the human part of us that are feeling her loss, but we all know that everything that has a beginning must have an end. And if she had to bow out from sickness, it's still a great way to sign out. So I'm not fazed by it, although there are moments when we find ourselves struggling, but it is what it is. Let us all stay reminded that life is a journey and it could end for anyone at any time.
Ebonyi State Executive Council Committee on the 39 Model Secondary School project has condemned the lackluster attitude of contractors handling the jobs, citing slow pace of work and poor quality execution. The committee gave the condemnation during supervision of the project at various sites in parts of Ebonyi North Zone. The report.
Contracts for construction of 39 model story building classroom structures selected across the 3 zones of the state was awarded simultaneously in April 2024 with 6 months contract duration. Sadly, the projects are still in various stages of completion 10 months after, which leaves much to be desired. The chairman of the committee and Commissioner for Youth and Sports Development, Chief Richard Idike, expressed dissatisfaction over the slow pace of work at the sites visited, despite that the contractor have been mobilized almost 100%. Chief Idike warned that government would not extend the period, insisting that the jobs must be completed and delivered for inauguration by the 2nd week of April this year.
And we are not impressed with what we have seen on ground. You can see the level of work. The level of work they have done within a period of 9 months. It is less than 30%. And it is that we have the fears of what the contractors are doing. And government have paid them almost 100% of the contractor sum. So we want to plead with the contractors. They should mobilize and make sure that within the period of between now and the 2nd week of April, that these jobs all should be completed.
At the Ijia Girls Secondary School in Ohuku local government area, Chief Richard Idike directed that work should be stopped by the contractor owing to poor quality work and directed the contractor to report at the committee's secretariat for further actions to be taken.
The work, the quality is very, very, very poor. So, this is Ijia Girls. With this, the committee have noticed. We feel bad and disappointed with the committee, with whoever is the company that is doing the job. So on that note, we have stopped work here. Nobody should work here now. As we are looking at you now, go and carry your material.
Apart from Special Science School Igboago in Izi local government area, Izi High School and the Abakaliki High School Preschool, where the committee observed 60 and 70% job execution. Members were enraged over what was going on at Girls High School Azioku and Community Secondary School Ndiuruka Amego in Abakaliki local government area, where they regretted that the contractors have not only failed, but were sabotaging the state government's efforts and warned that it would not allow such to stand. Members of the committee, Professor Paul Mwabashi, who is also the Commissioner for Education, Primary and Secondary, the Commissioner for Markets and Park Development, Professor Nwogo Obasi, and the Commissioner for Capital City Development, Chief Sunday Nyima, expressed disgust over the attitude of the contractors, who they said have not lived up to expectation.
I've had meetings with these contractors more than 8 times now, and each time they promise me to do something. If you look at this place now, you see that materials are not even on the ground, and the work is very slow.
I am highly disappointed with the level of work, owing to the level of commitment which the government of Ebonyi State have shown. The commitment up to the extent of almost paying 100% of the contract sum, and nothing is happening.
If you check out some of them, you cannot outrightly say that they have done up to 30 to 40% of work. And there's need, and we've told them that we want to, His Excellency would wish to commission this project by April.
The project supervision continues to other sites across the 3 zones of the state. Moses Erogu.
Some tricycle operators in Abakaliki, the state capital, have appealed to the state government to allow daily payments of tickets instead of monthly payments. The tricycle operators made the appeal when EBBC crew interviewed them in Abakaliki.
According to Mr. Donatus Nwedam and Mr. Peter Oshim, the monthly payment of ticket will be hard for them considering the current economic realities in the country, and appeal to the state government to listen to their cry.
It's going to be good because it's not everybody now is going to afford that monthly ticket. Daily ticket is okay for me because for that monthly ticket now, if you go into monthly ticket or weekly ticket, if you buy it, what of your ticket spoil, or you go somewhere, or you do travel, if you not buy it, like if you travel like Tuesday, come back on Thursday, how are you going to buy monthly or weekly tickets?
Operator Mr. Victor Akpo said many of the tricycle operators are studying in various universities and may not have money to pay for their tickets at the end of the month because of their education.
Anytime that you pack this thing, your pocket is packed. So even if you pack it 7 days, no way you can generate income. And if the same person use it, the person might spoil it for you.
Mr. Akpo also emphasized that at the end of the month, when they are supposed to pay for the tickets, and it happened that their tricycle spoiled, it will be very difficult for them to make the payment. For Salt TV News, I am Chidebere Morie.
Members of motor spare parts dealers have expressed their readiness to partner the state government towards creating the needed conducive business environment for the economic growth of the state. The members made their feelings known while interacting with Salt TV Television in Abakaliki.
The state chairman of motor spare parts dealers, Mr. Nnabikota, said the organization was committed to adhering to the policies and programs of Governor Francis Nwifuru in his People's Charter of Needs to stimulate automobile and business activities that will complement the effort of the state government in revenue generation. Mr. Otta commended Governor Nwifuru for his human-oriented programs that have empowered many Ebonyi people and made them self-reliant and entrepreneurs, and appealed for interventions through the provision of critical infrastructure to create a conducive business environment.
In the night, this area will be dark. You need like solar energy and will help us to attract it. Even this our neighboring street here, Abagada Street, phase 1 and phase 2. Our capacity did not reach there. So we need the government assistance to help us build so that it will be motorable for our customers to enter and buy some goods.
The Secretary of Motor Spare Parts Dealers, Mr. Leonard Obijiofo, highlighted the areas of challenges facing the association to include road network, street light, drainage system, motorized borehole, health centers, and security posts to promote ease of doing business. Mr. Obijiofo solicited for provision of dumping site for centralization of old and new motor spare parts to ensure a healthy environment that will stimulate economic growth.
To us. And also, we are dealing on parts, both new and old. And at times, we do have some certain things we don't use again. And there's nothing we can do. We need to have a dump site where government should provide for us, either outside the complex or within the complex, so that we can dump all those things or have a place to ensure that all those things are being packed, so that the environmental vehicles will come. When they come, it will be easier for them to evacuate the refuse.
Others appeal for the state government intervention in the proper channelization and creation of access road and drainage system to allow members to relocate to their abandoned shops. I am Idam Eleri.
We take a short break now. When we return, the news continues. Please stay with us. Welcome back. A federal high court sitting in Lagos has ordered the final forfeiture of another $1.4 million linked to former governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele. Justice Olayin Kafaji, in his ruling on Thursday, agreed with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission that the sum was proceeds of unlawful activities and must be forfeited to the federal government.
Through its counsel, Bilikisu Bahare Bala, the EFCC had told the court that the sum of over $1.4 million was found in the account of Donatone Limited at Titan Trust Bank account number, and that investigations confirmed the money was linked to fraudulent activities. An affidavit deposed by an EFCC investigator, David Jayoba, revealed that intelligence reports led to the discovery of funds concealed in Donatone Limited's account. According to Jayoba, the investigation uncovered a scheme involving Emefiele and his associates, including Donatone Limited